Always play ball, never AWOL. Or they mad now, cause they lost. That's on you, not on me. Lately my phone on D&D. I try to get to get some peace, that's all I.
Me and Lima Charlie, if you can hear me loud and clear, hopefully everybody's having a good day, having a good time, a good morning already. I don't know what you're drinking, what you sipping on, what's going on in the mix and all of that good stuff, but I'm sitting here having a good old time. Technically, T, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. I am freaking merciless when I get new EDC gear. You should be too. That even includes your cases. Technically, T is in the building. He knows about that type of stuff. This includes knives, multi-tools, bags, all that type of stuff. You need to be a goddamn merciless badass. Make that shit happen. Put it and make it your goddamn bitch. Okay, we need to get that stuff going. I am absolutely merciless when it comes to brand new EDC gear. And there's a number of reasons why. A lot of you freaking peasants, I am the peasant in chief, I'm being one as well, get your new gear and you come up with these new complaints. Oh, I hate this, freaking Gerber shitting on me. Oh my gosh, goddamn Benchmade shitting on me. They freaking hate my guts. Why is my stuff not working properly? I am so freaking butthurt.
Pause.
Okay, but the biggest thing is that when you get your new gear, whether it's a bag, it's a multi-tool, sometimes flashlight with real gimmicky parts and movements, or even like watch straps and stuff like that, you gotta break that ass in. You hear what I'm saying? You gotta wear it in real quick. And I'm gonna tell you how some tips for doing those type of things, man. Some tips for doing that type of stuff. Before I jump into tips, man, let's see who else is here. Isaac is here saying, yo, what up, Isaac? Thanks for kicking the goddamn door in. Thor is here saying, good morning, bud. Here you fine. Thanks for the confirmation. Keith is here. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Smoke him if you got him. I might do the same thing. I got my little stick here. I might have to light it up here in a second. I don't know. I got a VA appointment, so I don't know if I got time for all that, man. Let's see, Michael, if I'm mispronouncing that, man, I hate myself. Hit that goddamn like button, okay? Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
First, let's talk about knives, okay? So we get a brand new knife, and there's a lot of things that knife companies do in preparation whenever you get a brand new item, right? So the manufacturer has put all these parts together. They put in pivots, springs, studs, scales. And some of you may whine and complain and wonder, like, why isn't my knife as smooth as I thought it was going to be? I spent all this money. I got a Chris Reeve. I went out here and I became a Benchmade sheep. I bought a Spyderco. I got a Protect. I got whatever, right? And I'm trying to figure out, why is it not as smooth as it should be? Well, one thing I would say is that at the end of the day, a pocket knife is a tool, okay? It's a makeup of everything I mentioned before, as well as bearings, washers. They're all screwed or clamped together. The manufacturers, you know, they've come together and they've put this thing together. Now, of course, we could add oil or grease. Like some people like to throw a little bit of KPL when they get a brand new knife. I wouldn't recommend that, but some people would do something like that, add knife oil. But here's the thing. Oil and grease from the manufacturer, they don't like to play well with one another, okay? Sometimes it can make a really sticky feeling. Here's the thing. A brand new knife is similar to a brand new pair of shoes or a brand new car. The parts need time to get used to one another. Wearing in a knife is similar to like wearing in or polishing it. This is my smoothest knife I ever bought. I mean, like from factory. This is a Spyderco Paramilitary 2. This has their patented compression style lock. It still has the detent, but this knife, when I got this thing, this knife had the least amount of break-in for me personally. Now, that's not the same thing for everything. Every single knife is unique. You know, I don't own a Chris Reeve knife, but I've handled plenty of them. Chris Reeve knives sometimes are notorious for needing tons and tons of wear in. So are knives such as Gerber knives. Some are pretty shitty. Some are pretty good. Here's the Gerber Assert. This thing is less than 2 ounces. They're coming right at the jugular of Benchmade bug out with this knife. It has an adjustable telescoping pivot if you want to do some stuff like that. This knife needs so much break in. I'm still not done breaking this thing in. Look at this. Like, it just doesn't whip like I need it to. You need to work a brand new knife like it's a brand new car. They need times to work together. This knife is a bee in my bonnet, 100%. I need to carry it more. And the knife that I've dedicated to keep in my pocket for the next couple of months has also been a bee in my bonnet, but I've already started to break this thing in more. This is the whole Deca. This is for the tactical bros. This thing here absolutely is getting better and better. It having its own crossbar style lock, and it has its own able lock, which is similar to Benchmade's Axis lock. This is getting better because I've been working it in. I've been waxing that ass. You know what I'm saying? I've been making that stuff happen. And so overall, when I do stuff and I'm able to just continue to focus on trying to get this thing broken in, then it's something that's doable. Now, one thing I will say is compression locks, crossbar style locks, and liner locks, frame locks, those all have detent for the most part. You kind of got to work them in. You got to use them as much as possible. And you're going to notice that the more that you use them, the better that they are. Okay. So even with like lockbacks or slip joints, you still need to work those in as well. So this is the Buck 112 Pro. Any of these knives are linked down in the description if you want to check them out, guys. This is the Buck 112 Pro. I love this knife, but even though it's a slower opening lockback, I still had to slowly break this in so I can open it one-handed. My Carter scales, this thing gets grandpa excited. I'm a freaking huge fan of this knife, but it took a little while to work it in, to break it in a little bit, okay? Now, even including slip joints, this is the tactile knife Bear as in BEXAR, coming in from the same as the county in Texas. I love this thing. It has a fantastic walk and talk. Oh my God, if you could just hear the walk and talk on this thing. Oh my God, sounds great. It's a great sounding knife overall, but this took breaking in as well. Here's my number one advice when it comes to breaking in your pocket knife. Use it. Opening it and closing it is going to help wear down the internal parts of the knife on purpose. And you don't need additional oil. You don't need to rotate the pivot, at least not at first. When you get a knife, open it, use it, fondle it, put it through its paces, okay? And you'll notice that over time, it'll get better and better. The reason I say I wouldn't recommend putting oil in when you first get the knife is when you first get that knife, if you add oil attracts dust. Dust can be a hindrance when it's trying to break in a new knife. Also, the factory grease that comes from a knife company, sometimes oil and grease don't really mix together very well. It can make a strange sticky effect that's going to make you think that your knife is even less ineffective. But you know what? It's not just knives that needs wearing in, okay? It's not just knives that needs wearing in. There's also sometimes watch straps and stuff like that. And then you got stuff such as the GoRucks, their GoRuck bags, GR1, GR2, even stuff from Vertex, Van Quest, even stuff from TomTok. Bags need to be worn in as well. A big boy here. This is the GoRuck GR2 in Dyneema. Okay. This thing, I'm still breaking this thing in. I'm going to tell you some different ways to break in your bag and why you may think that you got a brand new EDC bag and you think that EDC bag is just super shitty. It doesn't feel good. It feels really weird. Well, bags have to be broken in too. If you find yourself procuring a 1000D Cordura from like a 511, like their amp line, even from GoRuck themselves, it's going to feel outright hostile when you put that thing on your back for the first time.
Hey, bro, come on.
No, it's going to feel like you're getting freaking tore up from the back.
Come on, man.
Okay. 1000D strapped on your back and you go for your first hike, you're going to feel like you've been through the ringer. Now, I'm going to tell you how I break in my bags. I'm not telling you this is what you should do, but I'm just saying before you get all butt hurt, you decide that your bag is completely shitty. Here's my recommendation for breaking in a bag. First off, I absolutely shower with my bags.
What?
No, just listen. Okay, hear me out.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Okay, so humidity, warm temperatures are beneficial to breaking in a new bag, especially those bags that are like 1000D. What happens is that humidity, that water, it breaks down the nylon. It makes it a little bit more fungible. So I get in there, take a goddamn shower with my bag. Another thing that you could do is you could just simply wash and scrub it. Take your entire bag, soap it in a bathtub, wash and scrub it with dish soap, rinse it off. Okay, now these are extremes. I'm not telling you to mess up your warranties. I am not telling you that this is how you should break in your stuff. I'm telling you how I do my stuff, okay? At a minimum, you should also just use the bag. You're heading to Starbucks real quick, throw the bag on your back. You're gonna go pick up your kids from school, throw the bag on your back. Manipulate the bag, put it in the passenger seat of your vehicle, throw it in the back of your truck, manipulate the bag and use it. Put 20 pounds of weight in it at all times. Buy a rug plate from Go Rug, buy a rug plate from a generic place on Amazon, manipulate the bag. Here's something else that I do that's kind of extreme, but I do this as well. Most of these bags that we buy come with plastic. Keep the plastic. When you get that plastic, roll the bag up, maybe clamp it with a zip tie, throw it to your kids and let them jump on the goddamn bag.
Hey, bro, come on.
Now, Boosie, I'm just saying.
Come on, man.
Your kids and their obnoxious jungle gym nature could be a benefit for breaking in a brand new bag. Now, the best thing I would say is you can do the shower, you can do the soaking. That might be a little weird. You may not want to do that type of stuff. But if you are trying to break in a bag, before you form an opinion and think it's completely shitty, you watched your favorite creator, you watched me, you watched some other freaking peasant, they told you to buy this, you get them like, oh my God, this thing is stiff, this knife sucks, this multi-tool is trash, this flashlight doesn't even rotate correctly. You haven't broken it in. This is not just for knives, as I mentioned. This also includes multi-tools as well. So we talked about how to break in a knife, how to break in a bag. Multi-tools are a tool as well, hence the word tool inside. Listen, you got to open and close and manipulate these things as well. The Leatherman Free P4 series was probably like damn near the easiest I ever had breaking in a multi-tool, right? But when I got my Leatherman Wave, I thought that thing was shitty. When I got my Gerber MP600 when I was active duty in the Marine Corps, the slide on that thing was pretty shitty. You got to break them in. Here's the final recommendation. For a bag, I talked about ways to break it in. For a knife or for a multi-tool, this is just my recommendation. You may have to do something a little bit different. You need at least 200 to 500 interactions with that item before it's 100% broken in. That's going to sound like a whole lot, okay? That sounds like a lot. 200 to 500 interactions with this knife. I mean, I'm literally saying sit on your couch, couch potato, toilet squad, whatever. Open the knife 200 to 500 times. Same thing here. This knife was fantastic when I got it from the factory. I added my own topo design on the scales for these G10 scales, but I still have to action the knife 200 times, 200 to 500 times. This knife, I know for a fact, I am well below 200. That's probably why I fucking hate the Assert, okay? When I start actuating this more, using it more, I'm not going to put knife oil on it more. I'm going to just get it into the pocket and try my best to stop shitting on this goddamn knife. Because a lot of times I just think the knife is freaking shitty and I want to put it away and not use it. But I'm going to continue to try to actually do what I said. And this will probably go in the pocket in maybe March or April. I don't know. I spent the money on it. I bought it when it was on a sale. This thing MSRP is at $180. They priced this exactly the same as the Bug Out, but they go on sale all the time. I bought it for $112. So I would try to, check this out and see if you catch it on a sale or something like that. Let me guys know, how do you break in some of your stuff? Who's here in chat? What do you think about the break-in process? Is that stuff important? Am I just freaking talking out of my ass? Kind of let me know. David says it is 2 a.m. in Australia. Sir, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. Redskin Faithful is here as well. What up, man? I hope you're having a good one. Bentley literally just left college. classes, and he says it's a great way to get out of class. Well, thanks for kicking the door in, my guy. Hopefully you had a good morning. Bone is saying, what's good? What's good to you, Bone? What up, man? Hopefully you're having a good time, or ma'am, I don't know which one it may be. Johnny is here. When it comes to washers, I polish them on a strop, and that's extra steps that you can take, Johnny, but a lot of folks don't even own strops. Like, I have a leather one, right? But a lot of folks, I mean, you can do the same thing with a leather watch band or a leather belt, but a lot of people don't know how to do it. They don't even know how. Some people don't even know how to take their knives apart without jacking them out. Okay. I took a break from watching the fantastic deep impact you can see in the upper right part of my screen, because I felt this, that I knew I was going to be breaking in this goddamn bag. So I was like,
bro, come on,
might as well talk to y'all about the shit.
Come on, man.
Okay. But the biggest thing is, some people have different ways that they want to break in different items, etc., etc. Thor says, try to hinder it if you haven't already. Every time I try and use a different knife, I have to grab my XM18 3.5. It's like a freaking Cadillac, smooth like a Cadillac. Me with Knives is here saying, what up, Marine? Sir, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. What up, man? Appreciate that. Dean is here as well, saying good morning to myself and everyone else. He say, I appreciate that. Listen, Miguel is here saying, what kind of bag? The bag tips is generally for the heavier duty bags, heavier nylon, 1000D. Those are intense break-ins, but this can be a Jan Sport too. Okay. Walmart Jan Sport needs to be broken in. I'm not saying to soak a goddamn Walmart Jan Sport.
What?
No, don't do that. Okay.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
But you still need to break it in, wear it around, because you're gonna think that your bag sucks, and you're gonna form an opinion thinking like, this is really shitty. I don't know why I spent this money on this thing, right? For anyone that don't know, like Leatherman's like the Free series or Art, oiling the joints make them breaking them in so much easier. Yeah, the one thing I will say is, I have Leatherman's maintenance kit. They come with Leatherman's oil. I don't know if it's freaking proprietary. It's probably just like KPL, but it's branded in Leatherman's little bottle. So it's Kershaw's oils branded in their little bottles. Probably all coming from the same factory. It's shaped just like KPL. But I still avoid oil in my Leathermans until I've actuated them at least 200 times, because I just don't want the factory grease, factory oil to mix with what I put in there. That's number one. Number two, oil attracts dust. Dust does not like pivots and joints. You're going to think your stuff is not working correctly when it's your fault that you put that shit in there, right? So that knife's compared to the Stedio. Oh wait, is that the another Gerber brand as well? Listen, the Assert for me, I'm still getting used to it. Okay. Andrew says, you're right. My Skeletal works way better after a year of usage. But when you first got that Skeletal, you were probably like, yeah, you know, IMP22. You definitely got to break in your nut sacks, sir. Absolutely. That may be sound painful, but it is, sir. Break in the nut sack. Pause. Okay, just break that shit in. At the end of the day, you're right as well. Even the nut sacks, especially if you get the even if you get the nylon ones, but if you get the wax canvas, you need to break those in as well. Mike and Ike's EDC is here as well, sir. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Appreciate that, man. Clayton is here as well, sir. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Spam that shit, X. Spam that shit. Hey, I appreciate you kicking the door in. It says, yo, is this thing on? It absolutely is. Do you have the Nutsack Commander yet? I'm wondering if it will fit in their sing. Sir, I have the Commander, but I'm not doing a video on it yet. I do have the Commander. It's sold out. So is, I think the Speed Sling is as well. I don't like doing videos on their stuff when it's sold out, because when you watch my video and you get all excited and you want to buy it, you're not going to be able to, because it's freaking sold out. So I'll wait till the owner of the company lets me know when their stuff is going to be back in stock. No, I didn't get a chance to check out this code still. The TI Lite, nah, not yet. But I definitely need to throw that down. Bro, your production is nice. That's time and dedication. Yeah, I try my best, man. I try my best. My main camera that I use is the Sony FX3 with a crazy lens, and this shot here is just an iPhone. When you see me showing stuff, that's just an iPhone and stuff like that. But I, just try to make things different for y'all as well. Jay is here as well. Let me know, guys, what knives did you have difficulties, or items have difficulties actually breaking in, and all of that good stuff. I'll probably do a longer form video on this, because a lot of times I see people talk on my videos and say, oh my God, this thing is so shitty. This thing sucks. I don't even know why I bought it. I'm going to return it. Okay. Oh my God. The first asteroid's about to hit Earth in Deep Impact. I love that movie. Anyway, it's so crazy, man. He says, Meet With Eye says, what flashlight and torch have I been toting lately? So my actual EDC is the Nikon EDC 33. That's the EDC, like what I'm carrying. Okay. But I'm rotating flashlights out because I want to just get re-familiar with some stuff. So the Streamlight Wedge XT has made it back in my pocket because I completely shit on this knife or this flashlight when I first got my hands on it. Shout out to Streamlight for sending this out. I'm just trying to re-familiarize myself with it. Trying to figure out, like, do I want to make another recommendation on this? I mean, it still has that rear tail switch and it comes 50 lumens and 300 lumens. So the working mode on this thing is 50 lumens. It can go up to 300 lumens. It doesn't have a covered USB-C port. I know I can buy a cover, but I don't want to. I want to use it like they want you to. Rear tail switch. You can lock it by clicking it 5 times, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So now it's locked. So when I push it, it lets me know that I can't turn it on. And then 5 times to turn it back off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So it's a pretty simple flashlight to use and remember how to use. But I'm going to see how I feel about this. We'll keep rocking it for a while. But that's what I've been rocking, you know, and of course I'm always got an O-light nearby as well, but that's what I've been rocking. The Nikon EDC 33 though has me by the freaking balls 100%.
Pause.
Okay, it has me gripped very, very tightly 100%. The Gerber Evo Jr. was a pain in the ass to break in. Love the knife, but it took me 2 years. Golly. Listen, I don't really have like flippers. A lot of flippers have liner locks. They still need to be broken in, but a lot of flippers are not that hard because they're so fidgety. I didn't even present a flipper here today because flippers are generally, you can break them in pretty quick. But lockbacks and slip joints, those are a little bit more dedication to open them. So I can understand like 200 to 500 interactions. X, what are you talking about, my guy? That's a freaking lot, man. I understand that. I totally get that. The real Chris Brown is saying, X, my guy, Battalion BDE. What up, man? Thanks for kicking the goddamn door in. Peasant in the Chief is here. I'm reporting for duty, sir. Congratulations. Okay, hit that goddamn like button, okay? Hit the like button or I'm going to throw myself up out of here. Hit that goddamn like button, man. Ladies, freaking jump on the shit real quick and make this stuff happen. We appreciate that, man. Yes. Listen, man, let me know what knives were difficult for you to break in. Multi-tools difficult for you to break in. I would love to know that type of stuff as well. The Wheel Tool T1 Pro is where it is at. Okay. See, that's something else I like to research and look up as well. Ladies, look, what do you think about that one? What are you thinking about that one as well? The Streamlight, yeah, you can't replace the battery. That's true. But the EDC 33, you can't replace that battery either, right? So they're all kind of got their ebbs and flows. They all got their ebbs and flows. You just got to think about which one works for you. It says, hey, send your shitty knives to me, sir. Absolutely. Okay. Send that shit over to my P.O. box is in the description. Send me your stickers and your shitty knives. Okay. True Budget EDC said, hey, sir, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. Absolutely. Ladies, get off that pole. Okay. Get down real quick. Hey, listen, guys, I appreciate y'all once again for stopping by for another quick morning live stream. I got a VA appointment. I got to really throw myself to the upper room. Okay, it's time to go.
That upper room, nigga.
Gotta go.
The upper room.
Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. We will speak soon.